Well, hey there, welcome to World of Monsters. I'm your host, Monster Master Arthur, and welcome to this sketch of the week. And if you're new, you probably don't know, but it's not quite that anymore. It's not of the week, and it's not really a sketch anymore, considering I'm doing these filmed so-called sketches much less often on the channel. I am putting more time into them, so let's just call them drawings. Speed drawings, if you will, since they will be time-lapsed. If you've been around, you may know that I use these videos to kind of update everybody on the status of this channel, what's new, what's monster related, and so on and so forth. Just talking directly to you guys, as in the various monster shows we do. I don't do that. First big news is that we finally got situated in the new cave. We were waiting for the process for over a month, over a month and a half to get approved for this new living place that we're at. So hopefully now things will start getting back to normal as they've ever been on this channel. And let it be known that our latest, biggest requested so-called sketch of the week was for Anguirus. If you haven't guessed it yet, yes, this is Anguirus, not some crazy version of Koopa, although it just might be. But yes, this is Anguirus, the great and powerful of the Godzilla universe. So thank you for the request. Keep them coming, guys. I'm always recording them into the Monstrous database. Next topic I wanted to bring up, as you may know, the sketches here, the drawings, and all the art is available for sale at monsterite.com, so you will see this drawing there eventually if you are interested and you want to support the channel. Having said that, I want to give another huge shout out to my friend on YouTube here, Beer, who's growing nicely lately, and he does videos on Warhammer stuff, particularly Warhammer 40k. So if you like that universe, which is an amazing universe, what Games Workshop has created is really to be respected. The lore gets deep, it's interesting, it's frightful, it's attractive, it's glorious. But anyway, I wanted to give Idik a shout out because when I first put up monsterite.com, he did go forth and support, and he actually bought a Hive Tyrant drawing that I did, Hive Tyrant of the Tyranids, which I kind of just did for myself, as I love the Tyranids probably the most within the 40k universe, but that's hard to say. It has so much dimension and variety that there's much more than one side to things that you will like there. So I wanted to give him that shout out. He did show the drawing on his channel. Here's a little pic of it. Hugely appreciated. That's Idik Beer. I'll try to make sure I link that down below, at least in the pinned comment. If anything, please go to his channel and do the usual. Do a hashtag on one of his videos, probably best on his latest video, so that we can all kind of meet together there and just do hashtag World of Idik Beer. Hashtag World of Idik Beer. I would much appreciate that, and thanks once again, Idik, and for the shout out and for the support. Guys, he's been there since I started this channel, so hugely appreciated. Another gentleman, a gentle master I'd like to mention is Jeff Lafferty. I can't talk more in depth about art on this channel without mentioning him. Jeff Lafferty. Go check out his channel now, or write this down somewhere. It's Jeff, Jeff Lafferty, Lafferty. And he gave me a couple shout outs actually, and he does it in a cool way because he's been doing it in like replies to comments. So Jeff, as always, I appreciate the shout out, I appreciate the answer, and I appreciate the good word you have to put out there for this channel. It's simply awesome to have your support out there, and I really mean that, everybody, because Jeff's been doing art professionally for quite some time, and honestly, I've seen many different art channels on YouTube, but Jeff's has a certain charm to it, and his words and kind of wisdom within the art field has been sort of unmatched to what I've seen. He gives great advice. He's excellent at his craft. I love the way he puts down color, and he even did a stop motion video, which you have to check out, and I hope you don't stop doing that, Jeff, because that's an awesome project you've worked up so far, and I can only recommend that you do a Kickstarter for that, for a full featured production of what you're working on there. So do check that out. His little stop motion is very cool. And well, other than the shout out, I also wanted to attend to the question I gave him in the comments and the reply that he gave me. And it was a about a fixative that I use on, for example, this drawing that you see right now. I use this fixative called Krylon Workable Fixative. You can pick it up at Walmart, Hobby Lobby if you're in the States. It's a common fixative. It works, it protects the paper from smudges, but what I've started to notice is that after I spray my drawing or sketch down, it tends to lose this sort of depth or contrast that it had. And Jeff, thanks for the reply. And so what finally I learned from his reply and what I was and what I noticed looking closer at the effect of the fixative is that in addition to lead, I use charcoals to get more of that deep black. And the thing with charcoals is charcoals do not have that much of reflectivity as lead does. So if you put a number 2 pencil or an HB kind of hard lead pencil, you will see that the harder you go, you start to get this kind of silvery platinum look to it, kind of metallic look to it because it's so reflective. But charcoal, you can go with a full black charcoal or a full white charcoal, as I do in these drawings as well, and they sort of absorb the light. What the fixative I notice tends to do, even in a really thin layer, is it creates just that, a little bit of a layer above that charcoal, and all in all, it finally ends up looking sort of like lead because it becomes a little bit more reflective, just a tiny bit, and that's why it loses that contrast. So if you're working with colored pencils, I wouldn't find this too noticeable, but working with this and with the charcoals, I noticed that that's what started happening, and you can really see that when you start to curve the paper under the lighting. So what I started doing is after I spray it down, I make sure I don't go to completion on the artwork. I get to mostly done, and then I spray it down with a really light layer of the fixative and then work the final charcoal, darkest areas again and the brightest areas again. And then hopefully after that, the artwork will go to a client or be framed or something where it will be protected. So anyway, that's my kind of scope of things. I'd like to hear if anybody else has experience on this. Thanks again, Jeff. I definitely look forward someday to maybe collaborating or even meeting. I know you're out there in Boulder. We're over here in Denver now, so I just want to say thank you and all respect to you and to your craft, and keep doing what you're doing. You're a great guy. And last but not least, as the drawing hits completion here, I just wanted to share some more sketches or drawings I've been doing unfilmed that are, of course, monster related. So you guys can check these out. Let me give you short descriptive titles on them. I'm not going to show all of them off here, so if you want to see the rest, go ahead and just give it a visit. Just check out what's out there and let me know what you think and which artwork out there is among your favorites. So I did this dragon early on when I first got this new sketchbook called Old 3-Eye. Baby Spider. The lady hated that one. We got Cookie for this Cookie character. That's what happens when you've got a lack of sleep and you just start going. Here's a skull study. Close-up of a certain species of praying mantis. Not the common one you'll often see at pet stores. Then this alien concept, which has a portrait of a snail on the other side. So, but this alien is an original concept here. And then this goat shaman. Legged mouther. Yeah, that's what I decided to call it. We got the death beetle. And I've got to say, probably, although it's my latest, one of my latest, but I really like this one. Just the sheer size and the character of it. This Kraken, or Kraken. Hope you enjoy, guys. Until next, quote-unquote, sketch of the week. Keep it monstrous, my friends, and keep on creating.